Hello. Today I wanted to talk about relationships and being picky when it comes to relationships because a lot of the time we are not picky enough. We jump into relationships so quickly, we get lost in the excitement, and then all these issues start coming up, and we spend all our time trying to fix these issues when what you should have been doing is spending the time at the start getting the right person to begin with because then you have less issues. Like you're always going to get issues when you date, you're always going to get arguments. So you might as well start with a very good partner or someone who is at least quite suitable to you and is what you're looking for. So when it comes to being picky, it is totally okay. And I give you absolute permission to be as picky as you want. And you're going to get people that go, oh, well, you should give them a chance. They might not be good looking, but they're still a good person. Nah, you know what? That doesn't work because you're going to wake up and you're going to wake up feeling like shit. Yes, they're going to be a good friend or whatever, but if they're not attractive, it's not going to do it for you because then you might as well just have a friend. If you're going to have a partner, you'll be having sex with your partner, you'd be having intimate, stuff with your partner. And so sexual chemistry is a huge part of a relationship. Like it shouldn't be the only part, but it is a huge part. So you want someone who is actually attractive, someone who you wake up the next day and you go, you know what, you're really attractive and I like you and I'm so glad I have you in my life. They have to be attractive and you can be as picky as you want. And to all those people that think, oh, you know what, oh, well, you shouldn't date. You got to give them a chance. Just because they're too short, like you're going to miss out. Nah, well, too bad. Because like if this person doesn't excite you, they don't excite you. And your arguments are they're going to happen. At least if they're attractive, you might actually overlook a couple of these little things. So they need to be, they got to fit your criteria, and it's okay to be attractive. And no, you're not a racist. No, you're not ageist. No, just because you like blue eyes, you're not biased or whatever you call it. Like, I think it's so silly that the world has become such a politically correct place. Oh, you should give them a chance just because they have brown eyes. That doesn't mean they're not going to be a great person. Yeah, they could be an awesome person. You can totally have them as a friend. I'm not saying treat them like shit. You can totally have them as a friend. But if you're not attracted to them, you're not attracted to them, and there's no point forcing yourself to be attracted to something because in the end of the day, it's your choice. So okay, so say you dated someone who you're not really attracted to, but you should date them because it's politically correct, you know, who are you impressing? The rest of the world? And they'll clap for you. Yeah, good on you. You dated someone who wasn't as pretty, but you gave them the chance and good on you. When inside you're feeling like shit. It is totally fine to be as picky as you want. And it's so important to have a criteria. And if you don't know what your criteria is, you can keep exploring and you can figure that out. And not every criteria has to be an external criteria. It can be internal. It could mean that, they must have a job or they must live on their own or they must be independent or, they've got to have hopes and dreams or they've got aspirations. It doesn't always have to be looks or, you want someone who looks after themselves. You want someone who is punctual. Whatever the criteria is, make sure you have one. You can't be super strict. You've got to allow some room for movement, but you need to have something. Because I remember when I was dating way, way early on, I would accept anyone. Oh, oh, I like you and I'll just date you. And no, that didn't get anywhere. And it's funny because these people were never really right. I would it's funny, I would stalk them actually online years and years later, and they're still the same freaking person. They haven't changed. They still got the same issues from the start, which I knew, but I still went ahead and got myself hurt. And that's another thing that people don't change. They sort of morph a little bit, but they don't change. They're still the same. They're still just as lost or whatever issue they had back then when I was dating them. They still have them now. Whether they're uncommitted or they're unsure of themselves or whatever it is, people just don't change that much. So it is really, really important to have some sort of criteria, and don't be scared of having a criteria. It's okay to be picky because this is the one person that you'll be spending a lot of your time with, and they will affect your emotional well-being. So this person better be friggin' good because you don't want to regret anything. So basically, all I'm saying is that it is totally okay to be picky and don't let other people's opinion sway what you like. Unless you inside want to change your criteria, don't let anyone else go, oh, you should give this person a chance, give him a chance. No, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. Big deal. It's like you go to a shop, you want a green t-shirt. You go to the shop and there's no green t-shirt, but there's a red one. And the shopkeeper could be like, oh, but it's a t-shirt. It's still just as good. It would still keep you warm. No, fuck that. You don't want that. You want a green t-shirt. You don't want a red t-shirt. You don't want a green t-shirt with stripes and dots on it. You don't want a green t-shirt that's slightly ripped. You want a green t-shirt, a good quality green t-shirt. And you won't be happy until you get it. And that is exactly the same when it comes to dating. You have to be picky. Well, that's all I have for today, and thank you for letting me get that off my chest. This is my second video, and I think I'm doing pretty well. Did my first video yesterday, and I think I'm developing some really good habits. I'm probably not going to publish this video or promote it. I'm just going to let this sit here and embarrass me in the future when when maybe this channel takes off. It's going to be cringe worthy having these bigger videos, but I'm just gonna leave it here. And so, as always, I'm happy to hear from you, and if you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments, and I will reply to you if I can. All right, well, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye bye now.